Hello.
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Hello.
Hi.
Good, good evening, everybody. Um, Welcome to my first show tonight out of five. And the trouble is, the football's on. Yes, England's on, and I love football. But do you know what? I'd rather have an interview with Stephanie. I love Stephanie. Stephanie, how are you?
Okay. What? I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Um,
Good.
I want to ask you something because I didn't ask you last time. Why do they call you Lady Redneck?
Yeah, Lady Redneck. Yeah. Why do they? They call me that because I'm a country girl. Like I love playing in the mud. I love shooting guns. I love all the redneck stuff. And then I'm very much a lady. I like to dress up and wear my high heels and get dolled up and all of that.
Um, are you a country girl by heart then?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. So not many people kind of knew last time about you, and then next one I was getting inundated with messages and all sorts of things. And I've got some questions to ask you tonight because people's asked me. So, how would you how would you classify your music?
Definitely more classic country sounding, just real country. I think so many entertainers these days, like their country sounds more like pop music, and mine is just like from the heart, as really as you can get. I'll sing about anything. So I would say,
Okay. I'll tell you what, because I've been watching your lives, I've been watching your videos online, and I love it. I really love it. And you're giving posters away, and I'm jealous. You're
oh,
giving you're giving
one.
posters away. You're
I'll give
giving
you one.
CDs away, and I'm a top fan. I don't get anything. And I
Yeah,
thought, oh,
I do
all
that a
right,
lot for my live shows.
it's okay.
Yeah, I'll send you a CD.
And can you sign that for me?
Yeah, sure. You bet I
Oh,
will.
thank you.
Definitely.
Oh, that's lovely of you. Thank you. That would cheer my
Yeah.
day up. Um, what are your more top five more influences? In the music industry. What do you like?
My top five. What? I'm sorry, it cut out just a little bit. My top five. What?
Well, what is your name me your top five people in the country in country music who you really like.
Um, let's see. Well, I really like. Gosh, and I mean that changes depending on the year. So, because I mean, I've always loved like Dolly and Shania and Taylor, even though Taylor isn't country. But I really like I like Carly Pierce a lot. I love that song she came out with, Every Little Thing, and I became a fan with her. She's also a runner like I am, so I like Carly Pierce quite a bit. I like Jason Aldean, and I just like how like he's got that almost heartache sound to his voice. I don't even know how to describe it. It just gets to me. And I like Eric Church. I love his guitar work and just the way that he just his music's a big old party. So I like Eric Church a lot. I'm thinking of and then probably Shania. I'd still put her in the top. She's
Yeah,
just as
Shania
awesome.
Twain, eh? Really good. I love her. I love her.
Yeah.
I really love her. Um, what can fans take away from your music? What can they take away?
I hope that it just makes them happy. I feel much of this world, there's just so much darkness right now and so much um, not like fake music. Like I learned a couple months ago that there's a computer program that if you write like the first verse of the song, that a computer program can write the rest of the song for you. And it made me so sad because like for me, if you write a song, like it shares a piece of who you are. And I think so many artists are just looking for that one big hit. And so they'll make it like super repetitious or super, whatever is really trendy at the time.
Oh,
And they said that years ago, I think it was like 22 years ago or something, music used to have like an 18-year-old dialect, that was kind of the writing, the age of like the writer, but now like it's like more like a 2 or 3-year-old, and I hear that in the music. Like I hear just so much, just very just fun because you can sing along, and so that's why everybody writes that. But I just feel like it's lost a piece of authenticity, and I just want people to feel like it's real, and that it just makes them happy, like that they can connect to it, or they think it's a little crazy and it just brings a smile on their face, or they just enjoy it.
Yeah,
So
I'll tell you what, I think you're very genuine. I think you are kind of like, there's like artists out there who kind of, I was speaking to somebody the other day, and she's a really kind of like, she's in one of the country music charts and all sorts, and whatever, like yourself and everything. And she was saying, oh yes, but it's all me and all that lot. And I think you're just you. You just you. You kind of like, how is it? Because other people, like in the music industry, they think they play the big I am, but you don't. Does that make sense?
your frame froze. I'm having a hard time with it. The internet isn't working very good or something. You just froze, and I wanted to hear so bad what you were saying. Will you say it one more time, Steve? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. We're having problems here tonight with our internet. But what I was trying to say is that there are some people out there, country music artists, that play the I am, the big I am, and they think that they're it, and they don't really look after their fans. But you do, on one of them, and but you've got plenty of fans out there, but you come over genuine, and the others don't. Why is that? Is it the money?
I think for me, I truly love people, and I feel like I guess I just feel like because I'm not signed with a label, and I've had even though I've been asked from a label, I just wanted my fans to be a label. I wanted them to be a part of it. And I guess I really feel like if you're a fan of my music, like I'm so grateful. And so we're friends. Like I consider like fans like my friends. I don't consider them any other way. So maybe that's why, I don't know.
Okay. What's the best concert that you ever been to?
The best concert that I've ever been to, I would have to say, I don't know. I don't know. It may have been a long, long time ago. I went to one of Garth Brooks's concerts, and it was like when I was really young, just seeing the feeling the energy in the room, and seeing like the rain and all of the crazy stuff he was doing just was so inspiring to me. I just thought it was just magical. So that might have been just one of the best, just because it was one of the first, and I was like, wow, this is amazing.
On your latest CD, which is excellent, by the way, what is the most song that stands out?
The song that stands out on what?
On your latest CD?
Oh, on my latest CD. The one that stands out would probably be, gosh, it's probably I'm a Lady That's Redneck Crazy, just because, it, like, so many people always ask me, like, Lady Redneck, what does it mean? Who, what is that? What does that even mean? That one stands out, but also I think Faithfully is another one that stands out. Even though I didn't write it, the guitar on that like just brings chills, and I think a lot of people can relate to it because they already knew the song and loved it for the most part, and so like just to hear it with a female voice is kind of cool. So maybe one of those.
Yeah. If you're on stage, if you were offered to go on stage with somebody, and who would it be and why?
If I was up on stage with somebody,
Yeah, if someone came, if you kind of like said, if you were offered, somebody came up to you and go, right, tonight you can have anybody on stage with you. Who would it be?
I think I'd go back to Eric Church right now. That'll probably change soon, but because I'm a guitar player, and I think we could just like throw a heck of a party, and it'd be just fun. I just
Um,
love the energy, like when the music gets crazy fast, like when I'm playing the fiddle or when the guitar is just going to town. I love that, and it just the excitement and it gets your heart racing. I just love that.
I was watching you the other day on your fiddle. You were playing the fiddle and everything.
Oh,
Um,
cool.
and that's the first time I ever saw you. I didn't even know that you played the fiddle until I was going through your Facebook and keeping up with all the news and everything. And all of a sudden you were on the fiddle, and I was thinking, hey, and I was, what other musical instruments can you play?
I play the piano, the guitar, the bass guitar, the mandolin, the fiddle, the ukulele, the drums. I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I play. But the fiddle player, I used to in the band that I grew up in. I was the fiddle player, and so I always played a ton of fiddle. But I really haven't played it the last few years, so I'm really rusty. So I need to get it out and be practicing because I really enjoy playing the fiddle. But I've just been concentrating so much on like my own songs and like singing that I haven't done as much fiddling, and I miss it. I love the fiddle.
Yeah, because you're just like a one man band, really. Well, one lady band, really, aren't you?
Yeah. Well, when I was growing up, my dad had all us girls learn the piano, the guitar, and the bass guitar. And part of our show was that we would switch instruments. And so it was just fun because, like, we'd be playing, and halfway through the song, we'd all just kind of rotate. And it was part of, like, everybody'd be like, what?
Yeah,
So,
because you were brought up in a musical family, weren't you? Is that right?
yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
So it was just so
what
fun.
is next for you? What is kind of like, what is next for you? What would you like to do next?
Okay, I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live sometime today and announcing that I have a new song coming out a week from today. It's
Right?
coming out, yeah, on the 25th. I've got a song coming out called I Dented Your Truck. And
Yeah.
I've got,
You said
yeah,
it's your truck.
I dented your truck.
Hang
And
on for a second. Hang on, hang on. You haven't dented your boyfriend's truck, have you?
yeah, yeah, I did.
And that's why you wrote that song.
That's why I wrote the song. Yeah. So
Uh,
the song is, and I had a concert last weekend, and I actually played it for them there, and it went over so well. So I'm really excited for everybody to hear it because it's got to be one of my favorites that I've written. It's super cool, and so I've got that coming out next Friday, and I've got a whole bunch of other shows that I'm in the middle of getting set up. It just feels like everything's there's so much going on right now. I feel like I'm having a hard time keeping up, but just lots of shows, interviews, more songwriting. I'm sure I'll be back in the studio within a week or two and be recording another song and just keep going. So
yeah. Who looks after you? Who looks? You're so busy, but who looks? You look after everything else, like the music and everything. But who looks after you?
um, um, well, I mean, like, so I'm married, so my husband like looks after me, but I'm just one of those people that are just super busy, and I just love, well, I love doing. So for me, it's just like playing, and so I wake up early, I go to bed late. I just love doing what I'm doing. So nobody really. I just kind of I'm just doing
Yeah.
my own thing. So
When I'm getting so I want to. I've done this interview so quick. It was for a reason. The reason is because I've got some people on here who wants to ask questions. So I'll get the first one out for you. Um,
okay.
um, Stephanie, when is it the next time that you're doing a tour?
Um, that is in the works of being set up now. I'm hoping in the fall.
Right, there you go. Um, Stephanie, would it be possible if I can have a signed CD? I'll pay for it. Rob from Manchester.
Yeah, definitely. So I have two different websites where you can grab CDs. If you do redneck.org, ladyredneck.org, I'll sign that one and send it out from there. I also have one, ladyredneckmusic.com, and that one has t-shirts and towels and CDs and posters and just about anything you could want. And I'll sign your CD from there, and I can sign the posters from there. But if you order it, like I've had a lot of people order it off of Amazon or other places, and if you order it those places, I can't sign it. I don't. But if you order it from one of my websites, I can sign it. So, and I would love to.
There you go. And don't sell the sinking chair. You're not allowed to. Else you'll have me come and get you. Don't worry. I'll tell them. Don't you worry. Um, have you ever? What is the highest audience that you ever played in?
The oddest audience. There's this one show that I did, and it was getting so wild. It was actually for a wedding, and the everybody was getting so worked up. We were just doing all these crazy fast songs, and it was so fun. And I think quite a few of the people were drunk too, but they started like standing on their tables and like waving napkins and like shouting and hoop and hollering like they were cowboys. And it was like the crazy, like it was just crazy. It was very odd. So that was probably the craziest.
Martin wants to know: are there any places that you have been but you won't like to go back there again?
I don't think so. I really like I enjoy everywhere. So yeah, I don't think there's somewhere I wouldn't go back. Not yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. I know. Yes. Every. Why does every artist I speak to they say to me, no, no, I don't have any bad places, but I reckon they do. I reckon they do. But you won't tell me anyway, will you? Um, what else we got? Right. Roger wants to know. Oh, this is good. Roger wants to know: have you ever been to Nashville? And when you at the Grand Ole Opry, and if you have, what's it like?
Well, I've been to Nashville. I was actually I've been nominated on some different awards. Like one of them, I was nominated as Female Country Artist of the Year with the
Yeah,
Josie
yeah,
Music.
you did. Yeah, yeah.
And so I walked the red carpet there. It was really great. But I've never actually sung in the opera yet. So hopefully that'll happen this year. That's one of my goals for the year. So
Hang on just a second. You haven't sung at the Opry yet?
I haven't yet. I'm hoping to. I really want to.
Oh, that's not on. We've got to put a petition out. That's not on. Right, who's your management? Who looks after you?
Oh, I'm sorry. What did you say, Steve? Your
Oh,
thing locked up again. This part of
I
what you're
know.
saying.
I said, who is your management?
I actually manage myself, so I don't have a manager right now.
All right, okay.
So that's why.
Okay. Um, Philip wants to know, are you planning to come? Are you planning to do a European tour? And if so, can you come to the UK?
I would love to. I actually do a lot of live shows and a lot of interviews with the people in the UK, and I love, like, everybody seems really down to earth there. I'd love to set up a tour there, and so after the fall, when I do one in the US, I'll probably do one there next. So.
Hmm. Um, Alicia saying, "Hi Steve, can you sort a tour out for Stephanie? We want her over in the UK. I will see what I can do. Yeah, and
Yay!
yeah, I can see what I can do. Yeah. Would it be um? Oh gosh, Mary wants to know: would it be possible if you can say happy anniversary to Mary and Bill. It's their 67th wedding anniversary.
Oh my gosh, 67. Good for you. Happy anniversary, Mary and Bill. May you have just another great 10 or years together. That's awesome. 67 years. Holy cow.
Gosh,
Awesome.
gosh, I don't know how you done it. I put up with my wife for 7 years and I get an earache. Um, how long have you been married, by the way?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
Um, and Liz wants to know, do you have any children? And if you do, how do you sort your time out and your children at the same time?
That's a very good question. I do. And I am really like, for me, being a mom is the number one priority, even above my music. And so that was why I was just gonna do a tour last year, but then COVID hit. But before that, I wasn't going to, because like my little girl was so small and I just felt like she needed to be at home until she was old enough that it, felt okay to be on tour.
Mm.
And so now that she's actually going to be in second grade, so she's old enough now that I can go on. I'm really I put my family first. So like while she's at school or whatever, I just work. I get up super early. I work as hard as I can, and then when she gets off school, I just spend all my time with her until she goes to bed, just working with her on the piano, helping her with school, making dinner. So that's how I do it. I'm
Right,
trying my hardest.
and you're doing a good job, by the way.
Thank you.
What's it? What's it like? Here we go. Claire wants to know, what's it like to be a mum and be in the music industry? And because I love to be where you're at the moment, but I know it's hard, and I know it's hard. Yeah.
I absolutely love the music industry. People, when I first started doing my own thing, so many people, just were, oh, it's so hard. There's so much to worry about. But in all honesty, like people, literally, I chose my fans to be my label because they offered me more and like gave me more support, and like they set up shows for me. They like, it's amazing. I think being in the music industry is so fun because number one, you get to do what you love. Number two, you have an influence to do good and to just bring goodness to the world. And also it's just, there's so many great people that you can work with, whether it's, opening for somebody or whether it's, your fans and being able to relate to them. It's like, there's amazing things where I've had people tell me, just like something I said made all the difference in their life or made all the difference for them when they were really down, or, you have that influence. You have that influence because people look to you, and as long as you're like trying to bring good, I think it's a good thing.
Of course, yeah, of course. Um, in your kind of like when you're doing shows and concerts and stuff, do you ever get moments where you're thinking, um, oh, I want to give up. I've had enough, because sometimes artists do that, don't they? They come to a point where in their life where they thinking, oh no, enough is enough.
Yeah, I think I think everybody probably feels like that at some time.
Yeah.
I'm such a dreamer, and I have such a burning desire to do my music and to succeed with it that I don't have that. I'm sure that I did probably when I was younger or when I first started out, because it's hard, and like at first you'll be working so hard and you don't see a lot of results.
Yeah.
But right there, literally, when I was doing my concert the other day, I was sitting there and the lights were blinding me. I couldn't see anything, and I was up on stage doing my first song as people were walking in, and literally, I imagined like this huge stadium being sold out, and like my mind was going so much, like I was dreaming so much that I literally forgot part of the lyrics of my song and had to just like just act like I knew what I was doing and I meant to do that.
How many people can come to your concerts, and how many people can be at your concert?
Well, it's amazing now that COVID's ending, people are coming out again. So it's really exciting. And it just kind of depends on where the concert's at. Like if it's in a big city, then I can get, a lot of people there. If it's out in the middle of nowhere, it's a lot harder. Now that like we're just through the craziest part of COVID, like people are coming out again. So it's really exciting.
Yeah. What's the highest audience that you've ever had to watch?
Sorry, Steve, you like get locked up again. Will you say that again?
Yeah. What's the highest audience that you ever played in front of?
The oddest audience?
No, the highest.
Oh, what's the artist that I played for?
Right. Okay. Sorry. How many? When you did? Sorry, it's me. I've got a bit of a cold. Sorry. How many people have you played in front of?
Oh, like the biggest audience. Oh my gosh. I don't even know. I played for some big audiences, but I'm not even sure how many people were there. So I don't know. I'm not sure on that
one. Okay. Okay. Let's go back to right. Let's go back to my questions. Have you ever made any songs about your husband?
Yes, I have. I wrote No One Like You, and and I wrote Falling for You, just describing how it felt to fall in love with him.
Oh,
so, yeah.
That's nice. That's nice. And what is the best thing, what you like about your husband, and does he support your music?
Yeah, he does. He doesn't like big crowds. He doesn't like a lot of loud and crazy things. We're kind of opposite that way. But he is supportive of me. And, what I do does take up a lot of time. And, I mean, granted, it's good for us financially, but it does take up a lot of time. And he's really supportive of it. So he's
Okay. Does your husband do you ever get male attention? And if you do, does your husband get jealous?
Yes, I do, but I think he just tries not to pay attention to it because I don't know.
I know. Good. So the plans you got for the future is that you're just waiting for kids to come along and you're just waiting to see really what's happening, aren't you?
Well, I'm actually, I've got music that's going to come out every month. I've got a couple, after I dented your truck, I've actually got another song already ready to come out. That'll come out the following month. And then I've just got lots of shows coming up. So yeah, I'm starting with that and hopefully a tour in the fall.
And if we can get a possible UK tour set up, would you come over to the UK?
You bet. I'd love to. I'd be there.
Brilliant. Thank you. Okay. And the last couple of questions from Russell. Russell wants to know, who inspires you more in your family?
Who inspires me more than my family?
Yeah.
Probably. I'm a really religious person, and so the first answer would be Jesus Christ, just because he brings so much light into the world. But as far as music, I would have to say Dolly Parton, just because she's like she is so sweet. I feel like she's a real genuine person. If you were to meet her, I think everybody she meets probably feels like a friend. And she's done really well for herself. She looks amazing. She's written some amazing hits. She's so talented, and I just think that there's so many good traits that Dolly has. So she inspires me for sure.
Yeah. I've, have you ever played on stage? Have you ever been a kind of like what do they call them? Oh, I can't remember my notes now. My notes are falling on the floor. So sorry.
That's
Have you ever kind of like done a gig to kind of like have you ever done a gig where the artist comes on after? What do they call it? Oh, it's embarrassing. This.
like an encore, like where we do a couple more songs, or what do you mean?
No, no, you play you the main artist comes on after you. What they called? Sorry. Oh, this is terrible. Forget about that. Forget about that. Um, do you find um in the hang on for a second, my wife will get it. Sorry. Right. Okay. Sorry about
It's okay.
that. It says here when you've been on stage, have you ever had any embarrassing moments?
Um, well, the other day it was really embarrassing when I forgot the songs to my Duct Tape My Broken Heart song. But that wasn't, I mean, that was embarrassing to me. I don't know if anybody else caught it. Um, yeah. Gosh.
Come
I'm
on,
sure,
come.
I'm sure I have, but I always try to just act like it was part.
I
It
I
meant.
tell you what. I tell you what. What makes me laugh about you artists? There are. I bet you get moments where you get these bad moments, but you don't like to tell us lot. So come on. So it must have happened to you.
No, I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm sure that there. Oh, one time I thought of something. I had these black leather pants that I would wear for some of my concerts, and I um, they looked like black leather, but it was like pleather, so it's kind of like the plasticky leather. And I didn't realize, but in the back, like it had got kind of worn, and part of it had like torn down, and it was like hanging a little bit. And it was so embarrassing when I realized I was like had to keep my how to dance kind of with my legs like together so that nobody would see it like hanging and think I had a tail or something. That was really embarrassing.
And the last question, and I promise you this: if you were, um, if you kind of like, if someone came up to you now and they said to you, Stephanie, I want you to kind of like be a major star in the country, in the country world, right? And they offered you everything that you got in your life, because I know that you are not a religious person, but you are a Christian person, aren't you?
Yeah.
Right? And so am I. I believe in God. I'm a Christian, and I think if you were offered lots of money, lots of fame, would you take it and replace your beliefs?
No way. No way. No, I wouldn't. Definitely not. But I think you can be big in the, I'm hoping, I think you can be big in the music industry and still have those beliefs. I think there's enough people that believe the same. So I don't necessarily think it would be a choice, but if I had to make a choice, I would choose my religious. I would choose to be a follower of Christ for sure, a Christian.
Amen.
So
Amen. Look, I love you having you on. All right.
thanks.
I'm
I love being
I
on your show. You're so kind. Thank you. I really enjoy it.
yeah, I love having you on because I'm one of I'm like a fan, and I get so tongue tied. It's not because it's I just get nervous speaking to you because I'm a fan of yours, and I
Oh,
can't help it. I get tongue tied and everything. I can't help it. And what my wife does is she keeps putting you in, and next minute I'm looking, I think, oh no, I've got Stephanie. Oh, oh, I'm thinking, all right, but I love you the bits. I think you're really, really good at what you do. really good artist, and I love you to bits. And I'm going to see what we can do about getting you over in the UK because people need to know more about you in the UK with your music.
Thank you. That's so nice of you to say. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
I think you well deserve it. I think you kind of like how many awards have you got any awards at the moment?
Um, I've been nominated for several, but I have not won any of them yet. But I think I'm hoping this is my year. I feel like I Dented Your Truck's going to be my big song.
Yeah,
So,
but don't go around denting any more trucks, won't you?
now what'd you
Okay.
say?
I said don't go around denting any
Oh,
more trucks.
yeah, that's a deal.
Okay. Okay, Stephanie, thank you very much.
No more trucks. No more denting.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Bless
thank
you.
you,
Bye
Stevie.
bye.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Yeah, thanks.
Okay, that was Stephanie. I'm going to be back around about 8:30. Until then, see you a bit.